Hey, what's going on, guys? Showtime Reviews. And so this upload is going to be about Law& Order Season 22, Episode 1 and Episode 2. Just going to get my quick thoughts real quick. I don't know why I kind of said that twice. But just going to get my quick thoughts on the season so far. This is one of my favorite shows. Obviously, if you watch Law&Order SVU and you're a fan, you can like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, because there will be a lot more videos and reviews like this one on the channel. I also do movies, so any movie that I catch, or if it's like a big theatrical release and I want to see it and I want to get my thoughts on it, it'll be on this channel right here. So, Law & Order, they hit it right on the head, as they always do. And if you're a fan like me and you know what this series is about, you also know that they handle real life topics, which is what they've done so far this season. The Black Lives Matter, the COVID pandemic, they have addressed a lot of things. In the first episode, started off with a black male being reported to police by a white woman that was walking her dog in the park. The male happened to be someone that they tied together. They tied into the story later on in the episode, but it started off with him recording the lady lying on him on camera in the opening sequence, and she was threatening to call the police because he was allegedly threatening her. And the squad show up. Rollins, I think Kat showed up, I think Finn showed up, and Liv. So everybody showed up, and then Carisi came in as, you know, the lawyer, and had to straighten everything out and get everything straight with the case. So what ended up happening was, while they were dealing with that situation, there was a dead guy in the bush that they were trying to figure out who got murdered and how they got murdered and things like that. And so they were trying to figure that out all episode. And the guy that they ended up thinking that did it was the black guy. And it turned out that he didn't do it. The lady who tried to report him to the police for allegedly threatening her and saying things like that had a history of filing false police reports. The guy that they ended up catching and thinking that he was going to be good for the murder, he ended up getting away on like a technicality and stuff of that nature. So they never really did find out who killed the guy. It was a lot of deep stuff that they had to figure out to address Finn and his inner thoughts in terms of being a black man on the police force, with everything that's going on with the police and the Black Lives Matter movement now. How does he fit in with society, being a black man in America, but also being a cop? So he had to answer that question all episode. I had to answer that question in episode 2 as well, when they encountered a domestic violence victim who was getting abused by her husband. He was abusing her son. They actually had 2 kids. One was an older son that she had from previous marriage, and one was a little daughter that she had with the guy that was abusing her. And so he ended up dying by electrocution. He was in the bathtub, and someone dropped a hairdryer that was plugged up into the bathtub and electrocuted him. You know, he went into cardiac arrest and everything like that, and he ended up dying. So they was trying to figure out, did the son do it? Did the mom do it? Like, was it self-defense because he was getting physically abused and things like that? So, sorry, my recording got cut off, but yeah, they were trying to figure out, did the son do it? Did the mom do it? Things like that. So, in episode 2, it was kind of like the same thing, like, figure out who did it, put them on trial, you know, and figure out what the charges are going to be and how they're going to move forward. And so a little side plot to episode 2 was, if you remember back in season, I can't remember if it was last season or the season before that, but when Finn shot the guy who was abusing his wife and his child, the black guy, it was a white dude on this episode, but it was a black guy in the previous season who was abusing his wife and his child. And Finn ended up shooting him and killing him. And what ended up happening was the lady ended up suing, I guess, the police department and Finn, and she was trying to get like a settlement, trying to get some settlement money, you know, because apparently, like, the guy who was abusing her was like the sole breadwinner and things like that. So she was trying to figure out how she was going to live and how she was going to eat with her and her son. And that's how we got here to season 22 and everything like that. And Finn had to go in front of like internal affairs and do a deposition and things like that and justify the shooting and everything like that. But it's kind of hard, like I said, because of everything that's going on in real life, which is why I appreciate a show like Law and Order doing that, because they tackled the issue. They didn't shy away from it. They didn't, you know, lollygag. They didn't sugarcoat. They didn't do any of that. They addressed it, and they addressed it properly, and they addressed it the best way they could. With that character, and obviously with a show that is based on a New York City Police Department. And so it's just a lot to like take in if you really want to like get into it and really like take it on as like a challenge and like watch the episodes in full and really grasp what they're trying to do, the emotion that they're trying to capture and everything like that. So that's just my thoughts on season 22 so far. Like I said, if you like the videos, subscribe to the channel and share the videos with your friends and family. There'll be more reviews on TV shows and movies just like this. Obviously, if you're a fan of SVU, you should subscribe. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys watching the video and all that good stuff. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'm out.